Last summer, my weekends were filled with the usual suburban activities, mowing the lawn, barbecuing, and trying to keep the neighborhood squirrels from staging an uprising. But one peculiar event began to unsettle our otherwise tranquil existence. Every Monday, without fail, one of our garden gnomes would mysteriously vanish. At first, I suspected the usual suspects: maybe the squirrels had upgraded their antics, or perhaps a neighborhood kid was playing pranks. But when we found Mr. Groggins, our favorite gnome, perched precariously on the edge of our pond, we knew something was afoot. Determined to get to the bottom of this gnome napping, my wife and I decided to set up a stakeout one Saturday night. We grabbed some popcorn and binoculars, and set up camp behind our rose bushes. Hours went by, with nothing but the occasional rustle of leaves to keep us on edge. Just when we were about to call it a night, a shadowy figure slinked across the yard. It was none other than Whiskers, my neighbor's notoriously aloof tabby cat, dragging Mr. Groggins along with him. We watched in disbelief as Whiskers expertly maneuvered around our yard, a determined look in his eyes. Curiosity piqued, we followed Whiskers on his nocturnal mission. He led us down the street and into the backyard of the Thompsons, where we discovered a scene straight out of a feline drama club. There, amidst a group of other cats, Whiskers placed Mr. Groggins center stage and began what appeared to be a dramatic rehearsal. Cats took their positions around gnome stand-ins, each with their own stolen treasure, and began to reenact scenes from Romeo and Juliet. The lead cat, a particularly plump Persian, meowed with such intensity, I almost believed it was reciting Shakespeare's lines. As the rehearsal drew to a close, Whiskers carefully returned Mr. Groggins to our yard, leaving us bewildered and thoroughly entertained. We couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all, deciding that maybe a garden gnome or two gone missing was a small price to pay for such a performance. The next morning at breakfast, I turned to my wife and said, "I guess they weren't stealing our gnomes after all. They were just acting for their big meowment."